Hello there, all Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your August 2026 money and career reading. We've got a lot going on this month, so we're going to pull some cards and see what energies are surrounding you, what is activating for you. And it's a powerful, transformative month, guys. We are in eclipse season. So we do have a solar eclipse, which is a new moon in the sign of Leo. And this is on the 12th of August. And then we've got a full moon, a lunar eclipse, and this is coming in on the 27th of August, and this is a full moon in the sign of Pisces, right? So what this does is amplify the energies around these lunations and can help to, well, maybe activate something really quite interesting for you. A solar eclipse is a new moon on steroids, and in the sign of Leo, it is really potent. All right, so really do take advantage of this one for your manifestations, to set intentions, to try something new, to shift your perspective. Because at this time, Jupiter is also in the sign of Leo. So Jupiter, of course, is our most beneficial planet, really providing some extra oomph on this solar eclipse. And so this can bring you some good luck, good fortune, right? This can bring expansion and growth because Jupiter does amplify anything it touches. So the full moon, the lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces, is a big one for potential endings or getting closure or wrapping things up so you can be free to do something a little bit different. Eclipses in general are bring about fated events, and they are portals of opportunity. We can get surprising endings, but we can also get surprising new beginnings here as well. Also, of course, we do have quite some spiritual energy going on here also. But also in August here for you, August 8th, 8-8, right? This is the Lion's Gate portal. Massive energy here for manifestation. And so use this. It ties all the way back to ancient Egypt, right? Because everything, the sun in Leo, our star Sirius, and the earth, we are all in alignment here. And it harkens back to ancient Egypt, a time of fertility and growth and abundance coinciding with the flooding of the Nile. So the portal is open all the way up until August 12th, which coincides with that solar eclipse. And so really do take advantage of that window, but the energy peaks right on that 8-8 day. So let's see what we've got for you guys for your money and career. We've got door to spirit opening. So you are really connected with the cosmos here in your month ahead. Now, your door to spirit can actually represent, number one, yes, doors and portals opening for you, right? And we see all that energy that is coming through that door. So you might be encouraged to, kind of follow a path that you might not necessarily have seen before, because when we get the door to spirit, it really does speak to listening to a higher power, a higher source. Okay, so, your intuition may be guiding you down a road, or perhaps you've just had some sort of feelings going on, some senses, right? Maybe you sense change in the wind, or perhaps you sense that, you know what, I swear, I think there's an opportunity coming up. Well, this door is opening for you. So really quite wonderful. Do listen to that inner guidance for yourself. Door to spirit can also say, maybe especially in your workplace here, the door to spirit can potentially say, take the high road, especially if people's tempers are a little bit intense. Maybe other people are going through some things. So take this high road and don't get involved in anything that really doesn't involve you. Stay away from the drama and protect your peace. We also have here adjacent possibilities. Look at all those open doors for you, Aries. Now, this is a reminder here with this particular card, right? I mean, we've got a corridor, we've got a hallway, we've got an open door at the end. But look at all these other possibilities, right? Not every answer, not every opportunity is right in front of your face. Okay, not every solution is right in front of your face. Quite often, it's a little bit in your peripheral vision. So, really do kind of consider things that aren't like loud, right? Sometimes the best things are a little bit quieter, and we just have to be willing to kind of shift our perspective and open up to see them. There's more than one way to solve a problem, and there's more than one way forward. The energy coming in for you, we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, it's wonderful energy because the Queen of Wands can certainly be you. You are full of fire and sauciness and independence. The Queen of Wands is an energy, is that go-getter energy. I'm going to do this thing. I'm not going to let anyone stand in my way. I'm going to keep going. And by golly, I'm going to be successful. So there's pure passion, drive, and determination in that energy. But also, because the Queen of Wands, it's queen, right? Also, there is this openness to this energy as well. It's like, I'm going to go for whatever it is that I want, but I'm also willing to accept the possibilities that there might be a better way, or there might be something different, right? Because queens are open and receptive. But the Queen of Wands is quite the independent spirit. So, quite solitary in her energy. So this can just be what you're embracing. It's like, I have something I want to do and I'm going to do it. So there's a lot of determination within you. The Queen of Wands can also represent another person who does play a key role for you this month, whether it is somebody that you partner up with, or whether someone new you encounter, maybe even someone from the past, you never know, right? Fated events in August. So this can be someone that can help you in some way. The Queen of Wands does sometimes present as like a best friend. Right? This is a person who you can be honest and open with. You can be yourself with. They just get your vibe. And they're also someone that's going to be really quite honest with you. You don't have to worry about that, right? Because she is presenting in the upright. So this can be really quite an exciting connection or a resolution. We've got the Four of Cups coming in with her. So again, adjacent possibilities. The Four of Cups, we quite often, kind of embrace a energy of apathy. Okay. If we look at the person under the tree, they're kind of disinterested. They're kind of like blasé. There's, things in front of them, but they're just not interested. But there's something trying to come in. Again, adjacent possibilities. Not everything is right in front of your face. Okay. So keep all of your eyes open. All right. Some of you may feel like the Four of Cups. Sometimes we kind of feel like there's something missing. Like I'm waiting for something to happen and I'm just not seeing it. Or I'm looking for something better, but I don't know how to find it. Or I'm just kind of feeling blasé, right? And so this Four of Cups, we've got the Queen of Wands. So, get yourself out there. Maybe you can make some new connections, or perhaps an opportunity, because there's something coming in here for you, whether it's some peace or an opportunity, who knows, right? But there's something trying to come in. And so perhaps this Queen of Wands energy, this is how you, kind of become more open and more determined, right? Because this is like, I give up. Right? I give up a little bit. I'm really not interested and tired and bored, all this kind of stuff. So it's like re-engaging in life or your dreams or your goals, right? And some of this fiery energy that's around us in August, we're in Leo season. It's time for you to shine, right? It's the fire season, okay? So, this really does affect you. So you could just find that instead of, kind of this energy of apathy, you may find in August that you feel more energetic. Right? And that in itself is a blessing. Blessings coming your way this month. We've got the Four of Cups and the Four of Cups. Well, isn't that interesting? So the Four of Cups is really very prevalent in your month. But you see here, this is the thing. We're turning it around, right? Because right here, the active energy is the Four of Cups. But your blessing is also the Four of Cups. So the blessing for you is keeping an open mind, and you're really activating something here. I think there might be a little bit of a mystery, a little bit of a turning point for you. But again, you may need to really make a little bit of an effort to re-engage, because this Four of Cups says there is something coming in here for you. There's some sort of change or resolution or conclusion, something new perhaps, whatever that happens to be. Maybe it's just reclaiming your peace, right? But there could be like, if hey, the Four of Cups, right? You're like, I'm not interested in this anymore. Maybe you're short-staffed in your workplace, and all of a sudden someone higher up finally decides to do their job and hire someone new, and in waltzes the Queen of Wands, right? And you're just like, I like this person. I can get on board with this person. So we're turning something around here. So something here coming in for you, right? Whether it's an energy, whether it's something within you, or whether it's an actual event, right? We're turning things around. And we've got the Five of Cups with that as well. So now don't forget, this particular Four of Cups and Five of Cups, this is an energy that is a blessing for you this month. So, it could be that maybe someone that you work with or something is out the door, because the Five of Cups is a loss, okay? But it may be replaced by someone newer and better, right? Queen of Wands. You, again, may feel in this Four of Cups not connected, like there's something missing, or like you're waiting for something to happen. And the Five of Cups says, here that, whatever negative emotions that you have, or whatever grief you're carrying, whatever disappointments or even lack that you're carrying, process those energies, but then turn it around, because there is something better here, or there's a new opportunity, right? We've got all of our spilled milk over here, and then we've got two cups standing. So a new partnership, a better partnership, mending bridges, mending fences, whatever it is. Sometimes we need to take a step back, we need to process, and then we can embrace the turning point here. So there could be some sort of challenge, right, that you're going through, or that's something new that you may experience this month, but there is this turning point for you, and that is the blessing. It can also be that sometimes we need to let something go for something new to come in, right? And sometimes, we need to kind of really go through that process, right, in order to really embrace the new. So whether it's new people, new opportunities, a new job, someone else that you work with, maybe you really like someone that you work with, or you like your boss, and they might leave, right? But someone just as good or better may come in. Your company may go through a restructure, but this can either release you from a situation that's not giving you any growth, right? Even though that might be what you're striving for, and you could find yourself in a better position. So sometimes the universe works in interesting ways, and sometimes that universe will kind of rearrange things in our lives so that we, kind of point in a different way and to different opportunities. Okay, so even though these are, kind of minor challenges, again, your blessing is getting over them. Your blessing is processing them in a good way. And so really important that Queen of Wands has come out for you, right? So either you or other people, really positive attitude, energy, motivation, drive, determination, all that kind of stuff is helping you over a little bit of a hiccup, a bump in the road. Your challenge energy is the Four of Wands. So, here, sometimes, maybe you're just kind of have been feeling a little bit lost, or even just maybe have had like a lack of positivity around you, because the Four of Wands is actually a really positive energy. It is one of, it's known as your 1111 card, higher level of commitment. So perhaps you're like looking for a higher paying job, something with more responsibility, or maybe you want the bigger paycheck without more responsibility. It can happen. Although normally the more you get paid, the more you have to do. So that Four of Wands can be about your wishes and goals and dreams, but it is also about that higher level of commitment, promotions, raises, better jobs, better companies, climbing the corporate ladder, things like that, because it is that next step, right? And it is something to celebrate, okay? So there could be a delay in a celebration. There could be that you have to work through something before you can follow your dreams, or again, it might be like a little bit of a delay. Something really positive is about to happen, but the timing of it is a little bit unknown. right? Not everything will happen for you in August because, of course, whenever we have the challenge energy there, we've got to work through something first, and then this is waiting for you once you do that. So you get rewards for working through a difficult situation or working through something that you don't want to do, right? You end up getting some rewards afterwards, okay? This can also represent an event of some kind. The Four of Wands does tend to be an event or a celebration. And so with this energy, perhaps there's like maybe a little bit of finances that get in the way here. You get invited somewhere and you're like, I don't know if I can afford to go. Might be a wedding, an engagement, even like a business trip or something like that, a retirement party, a family get together, right? And so there could be like, say, money that kind of gets in the way, and we're kind of like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to make this happen. Don't know how I'm going to make it work. But you may partner up with somebody to travel together, right? So maybe you've got to drive and the price of gas is like through the roof, but you might have a big car. And so if you've got like someone else that wants to go, it's like, let's carpool and let's just split the cost, right? And so, that's where the partnership can really come in there. But there is a potential there for something really wonderful and really special. It's just there's a little bit of a challenge that we need to work through before we get to that point. Excuse me. We've got the Page of Wands here as well. So the Page of Wands does like travel and adventure, because the Page of Wands likes to have fun. So again, there could be some like travel delays here, something like that. There could be, again, some money associated with travel. But you could actually be motivated by something here that is a challenge, because the Page of Wands is closely tied to your manifestation, especially in career. We're making progress. We want to grow. And so the Page of Wands can sometimes bring news of something new. It can bring new opportunities. And with that Four of Wands being about, growth and taking something up to the next level, the next stage, right? And, with the Four of Cups here, feeling left out, if you've been passed over for a promotion or for a job or for, a pay rise or something like that, this challenge can actually be your motivation, right? Because it can be like the final straw. And just like that very independent and quite saucy Queen of Wands, right? And by this exploratory page, right? The pages do like to explore their options. This can actually be the motivation that you need to do something in your life. We quite often have like a little bit of a catalyst moment, and it may not be a catalyst in the fact that I've lost my job and now I have nowhere else to go. It can be that catalyst of a certain little event or someone else's decision can be what sets you free. All right. But I do feel that there may be some travel issues here, and you might just need to be a little bit resourceful, okay, or maybe even change your plans. But ultimately, the Four of Wands and the Page of Wands is super positive. So even though there's some sort of challenge or delay or difficulty behind it, it's still achievable, still attainable. And I feel like we just have to work through this stuff here. But again, your Five of Cups and your Four of Cups that has appeared twice, by the way, okay, this can just be some emotions and something that you need to, just work through to see yourself through to the other side. We've got Anonymous here, which is your advice from Spirit. Look into the unknown. Okay, not every opportunity is going to be right in front of your face, and not everything is necessarily ready to be revealed to you at this time. The anonymous energy is like a mystery person, a mystery event, a mystery opportunity. Okay, so this is really requiring you to be open. Again, remember, we've got the door to spirit. Listen to your intuition. Got the adjacent possibilities. Not everything is right in front of your face. Got the Four of Cups twice, right? Something from the left, something from the right, right? Something coming in that's not right in front of your face and not necessarily apparent to you. The Five of Cups, you're getting over something here and you're seeing your way through to something a little bit better. So this anonymous energy, it could come from a mystery person, or the details aren't just quite known yet. So remember to keep that big picture in mind for yourself. We've got the Emperor here as well with that anonymous energy. So some of you may have an opportunity to open your own business. You could have a boss that's maybe either existing boss or a new one that can come along and maybe give you some advice or give you an opportunity. There can be a new person that you partner up with. But the Emperor is also about you, and your advice here is to take charge. All of this kind of energy right here, the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, we're not seizing the bull by the horns, right? We are allowing things to pass us by. We're not totally 100% engaged, okay? And the Emperor energy is like, it's your time to shine. It's your time to engage with your situation with life. If you want to make some changes, you have the power to do it, right? You might need a plan, you might need a strategy, but it's ultimately up to you. And the Emperor is your card, right? So you are the star of your own story. You are the one that can make things happen. Be confident, be bold, right? This is a month, it's Leo season, right? This is a time to take the lead and to be bold, okay? Make bold decisions, be courageous, face your fears. And that Emperor energy, that advice from Spirit says you can do it, right? You can do it. Don't doubt yourself, no matter what your situation is. And don't be afraid to revise a strategy as well. Sometimes we have a plan in place, whether it's a life plan, whether it's something specific with money or our career path. Sometimes we need to make those changes, right? If we stubbornly cling to something that's not working, then it's not going to work, right? So we sometimes have to, kind of revise our strategy a little bit, but ultimately the power is yours. So let's round out your reading with a couple of manifestation cards, okay? Count your blessings. Make it a daily habit to sit down and write out 10 blessings. If you never did anything else, this one practice would transform your life. Now, I will say, okay, I've been working with these cards for quite some time. Counting your blessings, a daily habit. 10 is a lot, right? I would say one blessing a day, because it becomes a focal point, right, of your day, right? I'm counting my blessings. It can be a chore to do 10 a day. It's like that saying, do one thing every day that scares you. Again, that's a really tall order. So we need to make things attainable and meaningful, right? So I always, whenever I get this card, I'm like, I sit here and I'm like, can I really think of 10 different blessings every single day? Probably not. And I would probably give up after like day 2, right? So if you do one a day, right? Just a couple minutes of counting your blessings and, embracing gratitude, right? And it can really change your day, right? Even start small. Do, every couple of days do one, right? But the point here, though, is to embrace gratitude. And that can be life-changing. And we have set your heart is the seat of your power. Here's a way to instantly stop a downward negative spiral. Focus on your heart. Breathe in deeply, keeping your focus on your heart, and concentrate on feeling love in your heart. Breathe out while keeping your focus on feeling love in your heart. Repeat this a total of 7 times. You will feel more peaceful, you will feel lighter, and the negative thoughts and feelings will have stopped. Right? Embrace your heart. I'll leave that there for you. I hope there was something in this reading for you. If you enjoyed it, please do hit that like button there. I can't tell you how important it is with your interaction with my videos, and hitting the like button, the thumbs up. It's free for you, takes a split second, but it really does help the video get seen. But if you do enjoy my readings, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. And in theory, you'll get notified whenever my readings do get posted. But I thank you guys for watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic August, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.